Okay guys, so we've had a ton of response to the video, the quick demonstration into the wind casting between the new Curado DC and the Curado K. So, you know, tungsten's really easy to cast into the wind. It's small profile, it's dense. So I've got a lot of questions, and one of the ones I got was, you know, using traditional lures, how are they gonna cast? So I've got two Jackall TN 70s on here. I've got the Curado K spooled up with 65-pound braid, PowerPro, and I've got the Curado DC spooled up with 65-pound PowerPro. First question before I do the casting. People asked, how do you access it? Is it sealed? I get questions, guys, worried about when it rains. So basically on the side of the DC reel, it goes from 1, 2, 3, and 4, but if you go backwards from 1, you'll see something that says open. It's as simple as that, and you can see right there, everything is completely sealed. So there's no worries about whether you're going to be using it in the rain. It's not going to malfunction. Nothing's going to happen to it. One thing about DC, it's been around for a long time with Shimano, so they know how to do it. It's kind of built the way it should be. The other thing I got asked a lot of questions, guys asked about the spool size. So the DC, the Curado DC is technically a 150 size spool, not a 200 like the Curado K. So the Curado K is going to be able to hold about 110 to 115 yards of 14-pound fluoro or mono, where the DC is going to hold about 90. So you're going to lose about 20 to 25 yards of capacity moving to the DC. So let's do the casting thing, because that's really the most simple thing. So I've got two TN 70s on these. I'm going to start with the Curado K. You can see how I've got my setting. It's fairly loose. I'm going to back that up. You can see that spinning right there. Okay, I've got it set up nicely loosely, and I've got it on number 2. And I'm going to haul off on this thing. All right, big cast. So I paced out this section of the yard. It's 180 feet from here to the back of the fence. So let's do DC. So DC, I'm going to put it on the number 2 setting. Okay, same weight, same line, same length rod, power, and everything. All right, so you can see there. Now again, there's no wind today, so it's not as bad as it was yesterday, where I have to worry about casting into the wind. This is when you're gonna let DC fly, so let's check the two of them. So again, lighter line, I'm gonna flip them around because they're on either side. Lighter line is the Curado K, the DC is here. So 180 feet to the back of the fence. And this is not to knock Curado K, because it's a really good casting reel. Really, really good. So, and I hauled off on this one pretty good. I had it on the number 1 setting on the SVS Infinity. So, you know, allowing me to cast super far with it. So you can see here, and I hauled off on it pretty good. So we're about 10 feet away from the fence. There's that Jackall TN 70. DC, on the other hand, follow the line, cleared the fence. Okay? And cleared it by about 15 feet. You can see the bait way down there. All right, so if I shake the bait there, you'll see it. I'm pulling in line here. Come to me. You can see here, I'm still pulling in line. There's the bait. So without a doubt, and I've casted this a bunch of times tonight, I'm gonna honestly say, on average, 25 feet to 30 feet further with the DC in flat calm conditions with the same bait, with the same weight. I mean, it really is. If you're a caster who's looking for control because you're not that great with bait casters, DC can give it to you. But if you're a guy that's good with a bait caster and you want to lean into a cast, it's going to give you more advantage. It's going to give you a further cast. It's going to make you reach places you really never could before. So that right there is as good as I could do for the DC. Probably about, well, 180 to the fence and 15 past, 195 feet with a Jackall TN 70 on 65-pound braid. That's it, guys.